So our topic today is speed. Speed is going to be one of the first topics in our Forces in Motion unit. This is important to you because you are going to be calculating the speed of your rockets by recording the distance that it can go and the time that it takes. Remember, speed is important to our delivery system. You're going to need to know how to calculate the speed. We would define speed as the rate at which an object moves, or the rate at which it travels from one spot to another. There are three formulas that are related to speed that you're going to need to be able to use. The formula for average speed, or just speed, is total distance divided by total time. We would call that speed equals distance divided by time. We can rearrange this formula to find either distance or time for an answer. In this case, to find time for an answer, our formula is distance divided by speed. To find distance for an answer, our formula will be speed times time. So you see we have three different formulas here to find the three different components when you know the two others. We're going to practice all three of these type of formulas, and then you're going to see them over and over and over again. For example, in homeworks, in classworks, we're going to use it in the lab, we're going to use it other times. You're going to be able to do this in your sleep really soon. So here's our first example. There's a theme to these questions, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, so here we are, we're going to Washington. There's a lot of driving around in the bus in Washington, and there's a lot of traffic in Washington. Not a good combination. It's going to take us 600 seconds, so right there that's your time. You may want to circle this and label it T for time. And they travel 1,200 meters. Circle this, label it D for distance. Now we're going to plug this into the equation to find the average speed, and our units will be meters per second. So here's our equation. Speed equals distance divided by time. We're going to plug it in. Here's our distance, here's our time. So we get the speed is going to be equal to 1,200 meters divided by 600 seconds. See how we just plugged those into the right spot? And when we do the math, we find out that the speed is 2 meters per second. That's a pretty slow walking pace. Go bus ride. Now, I know that a lot of you are saying, but I'm so good at math, I don't have to write this down. I can just figure it out in my head and just write 2. Or maybe, if Mrs. Barbash is really lucky, 2 meters per second. No, you need to write the entire formula and write your answers, because I have news for you. The smarter you are and the easier this is for you now, the more advanced class you're going to be placed in high school, the harder it's going to be later on. And so I want you to learn these good habits right now of setting your equation and plugging in your numbers and showing your work, because in the future you will be thanking me when you're not making mistakes in like AP chemistry or something. So just do me the favor, write it down, show your work. It's worth points. I digress. Now we're looking at distance. Are you finding the theme yet? Here we are in Washington. We are going to walk along the reflecting pool. It's lovely when it's not under construction. We're walking, again, at 2 meters per second. Remember, that's how fast the bus was going in the last question? It takes us 310 seconds. So, as you look at this equation, you want to circle this and label it T for time. Circle this. Label it S for speed. Now we're going to write down our formula. Distance is equal to speed times time. Plug it in. Here's your speed. Here's your time. Write it down. Distance is equal to 2 meters per second times 310 seconds. Grab your calculator or put on your mental math, and here is your answer. The distance that we traveled is 620 meters. Okay, last question. This time we're going to be calculating the time. Here we are in Washington yet again. You're going to have an awesome time on this trip. It's so great. We're walking to the tomb of the unknown soldier. It's uphill, guys, okay? And do not let me hear you complaining, because the people around you in that cemetery have done way worse things than walk up a hill. Okay, so we're going to walk up the hill. The distance, circle it and label it D, 1,350 meters. It is a pretty long hill, I grant you, but still no complaining. The speed that we walk at is 1.5 meters per second. Circle it, label it S. How long, and by that it means how much time, does it take them to reach the tomb of the unknown soldier? Write down your formula. In this case, it's time is equal to distance divided by speed. Plug your numbers in. 1,350 meters divided by 1.5 meters per second. Then all you have to do is get your calculator and you find out that it takes 900 seconds to walk up the hill. That's really not all that bad. That's 15 minutes, okay, at a slow pace. No complaining. All right, so you're going to be seeing problems like this for practice and for homework. You're going to be using the speed equation to calculate the speed of your rocket many times. So you're going to get very good at this. Feel free to refer back to this video as many times you need to help you out.